The wind isn't just annoying, it can also be expensive. Major highways and interstates had to be shut down throughout the day when the weather got too dangerous for drivers. Colorado, uniquely designed for those closures to be especially impactful to trucks that are carrying millions of dollars worth of goods. Here's Mark Salinger.
Oh yeah, geez, oh man, it is really windy, isn't it?
Today wasn't just windy. It was strong enough to tip over a truck windy. And when that happens,
wind is not very good.
People like Greg Fulton start paying attention.
I'm the president of the Colorado Motor Carriers Association.
Greg represents and advocates for the trucking industry in Colorado. Nearly 80% of Colorado towns get goods delivered solely by truck. When Colorado's wild weather closes down roadways large and small, the impact is big.
It has a substantial impact, and probably more so in Colorado than a lot of other states.
I-70 closed down this morning in the mountains because of wind and snow. Commercial traffic was stopped on I-25 because of high winds. Colorado relies on those two main arteries that are crucial for businesses across the country to get the goods they're expecting.
It's crucial to be on time in our industry.
Diana Freda has been in the logistics industry for more than a decade as a freight forwarder and is a student at MSU Denver. This season is especially busy.
Every day is a busy day.
This time of year, I mean, everything is significant, right?
Today's closures were temporary. Others last longer. Truckers had to make a several hundred-mile long detour this summer around Glenwood Canyon when it was closed for weeks because of mudslides. Jack Buffington teaches supply chain management at the University of Denver.
If we can predict what's going to happen, we can plan for it. And if we can't predict it, we can't. And lately, a lot of these weather events have been fairly unpredictable.
So it wasn't just windy today. It was costly also.
So when these things happen, this is when we ends up having shortages out there. We start seeing significant delays.
Between 80 and 90% of all manufactured freight moves by truck in Colorado. Luckily, today's closures weren't extended closures like we've seen in the past with the mudslides over the summer. Now, during the winter, Tom, trucking companies are usually preparing for snow. They weren't really necessarily thinking that they would have this big wind event that they were also going to have to deal with.
When you see a truck idle, you think, okay, that load's going to be late, but a truck sitting idly is also creating a ripple effect down the line.
It can go way down the supply chain. I feel like we keep talking about the supply chain right now, but it can have a ripple effect way down the line. And on top of that, right now, there's a shortage of drivers, of truck drivers, so it's a very difficult time for the industry as a whole.
Well, the good news is we're all learning a lot about the supply chain. It's fascinating.
More than we ever thought.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.